Before they run down the hill at Clemson, they touch Howard's rock. Only if they're ready to go, because if they're not, as Frank Howard himself said, keep your stinking hands off my rock. Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Ole Miss Rebels. Taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Clemson Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ware. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Oh, he tosses it back. Oh, he's going to go up top. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Now the crowd responding in the red zone, trying to help this defense. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Third down, and this crowd will blow out a vocal cord to help this defense. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
And this offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking for an open area to his left. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas. Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Unsuccessful second down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on third down?
You can't hear yourself think on third and goal. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
Touchdown, Ole Miss. Number 0 with the carry.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Here's the snap. It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Clemson, 0.
No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. A first down for the offense. They'll try the run. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Unloads quickly. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Offense in a bunch formation. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. This Tiger running game starting to show some juice, sort of a C.J. Spiller type of feel.
Yeah, and it doesn't always hit you early. It doesn't always hit you on the first possession, but I do think they've done a good job over the years, Clemson, with sticking with the run game, creating that balance, trying to get those first downs, and trying to create some tempo against your defense.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Caught over the middle. It's Lynn. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. To the ground to try to move the chains. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And that's got to feel good if you're the offense, because 3rd down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Picked off. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40. The 20. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Not only do they get the interception, but they're able to get a huge return. Remember, this team practices this all week, right? Once they get the interception, they've got guys turning their heads, and they're looking for blocks. They're looking for people to get a hat on down the field. And with that INT, they now flip it. That could be a big point swing in this game.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quarterback keeps it. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Touchdown, Ole Miss! reeled it in and just made the house call. No midseason concentration lapse here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner will be knocked down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Back to throw, it's Cooper. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter.
The end of the first quarter with the score, Ole Miss 15, Clemson 0.
A new set of downs after the completion. Quarterback checking the play. He's looking to throw it. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you can tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them. But exactly, get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. And the Tigers will move the sticks. In your own territory, 4th down, no problem at all. They just go for it again.
What about you, Reese? Are you going for that?
Yeah, man. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Looking for a man. It's Cooper. Throws to the tight end. On target over the middle. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. Got his man on the outside. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it in the middle. It's McKinney. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. He wants to throw. Zings it complete to the right. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Out of the gun, the inside give. Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Ball at the 31, 3rd and short, coming defense trying to rise up. This is a designed run. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So the 16-play drive, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Now on 2nd down. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Sharp luck. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Got the quick pass. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. What a turning point this could be. The offense is going for it inside its own 30. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Talk about aggressive. This head coach is keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lick. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing anymore.
Going up top on first down. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Couldn't make the connection on first down. Now here on second. Tosses to the quarterback. Takes a hit as he fires. And that pass picked off. Touchdown, Clemson. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Oklahoma is currently ahead early in this one, but they just haven't been able to really pull that schooner ahead offensively. They're up by 7 over Western Michigan. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. He's going for the big play. Makes the catch along the left sideline, and that is a big pickup. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Snap it to the back. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Defense rolling out the big bodies to try to stuff the run. Quarterback looking for just a crack on the sneak. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was finished off with a quarterback sneak. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Just enough time for one final play in this half. To the air on first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Makes the grab on the left side. He's loose. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
A nice job finishing this first half, but we're not done. I'm really curious to see here, Reese. Are they going to go for it? You could tie this game up, or you could go into the half down 1. Kind of an interesting decision early for this offense.
Getting set for the point after. Splits the uprights. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
22, Clemson, 21.
The Rebels will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Fair catch called for and made. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense. And they kind of go over their own adjustments. You know the offense was saying to themselves very quietly, guys, we're not going to stop anybody. We got to keep scoring if we're going to win this game. So the pressure's on them here in the second half, David.
Yeah, and you get the ball first. And so it's been a high-scoring first half. You get to go out here now and make a statement. Start this half, say, listen, we're going to keep scoring points, and then maybe help alleviate some of that pressure on your defense.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know we only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
And he was knocked down immediately short of the line to gain. They'll have to make a decision here.
Fourth down.
I know you want to keep the ball away from the other offense, but going for it inside your own 40? On fourth down, looking for the completion. He's got him, and they convert. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Quickly to the tight end. At the 45 on his way. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
To the air, it's Cooper. Quick completion on the out route. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
On second down, looking to throw. It's complete to the right. Finds a crease at the 20. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. Clemson is quick to the line. With the run on first and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that.
Touchdown, Clemson! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
Looking for the two-point try. Looking to throw, it's Cooper. Sweet grab in the end zone for the 2. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football, because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Wants to go up top. Going for the big play. And it's incomplete. Going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, picked off. Not able to get loose on the return, but what a play to put his team in business at the 33.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with a pick.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. So first down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on second down.
Reese, I got him right where I want him, okay? I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
To the air, it's Cooper. Flips it out to the back. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Working on the right. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs.
Really nice job there of the quarterback. Reading coverage, he knew exactly where to go with the football and at what exact time. The timing could not have been better. They get the completion on third down, setting up first and goal.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Trying to get to it. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
You know, I wonder if the offensive coordinator is wishing he would have tried running the football a couple plays ago because the windows are so small to throw into down here. You've had an incompletion. You've now given up a sack. It's going to make this third down really tricky.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still third and goal. Got it.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
All they need is a field goal to make it a 2-score game, but they are going for the jugular and the touchdown here on fourth and goal. Looking to pass. It's Cooper. Looking for the score. Intercepted. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Runs through a tackle. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
That's the end of the third quarter. 22.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. Got a little space. And finally, a little production in the passing game. That has been sorely lacking in this one.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Trying to find his man on first down. They're setting up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. So now they're staring at a 2nd and long from their 20. He's looking to throw. On the run, fires downfield. He's got him wide open. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
At the 35, he's loose. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Motion from the offense. From the gun, the ground game. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
You know, you start day one of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a first down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Able to get 1 down to the 15. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Caught in the backfield. It's Kendricks. Touchdown, Rebels! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
I love it. Nice play call, nice design. Get the ball to your speedster and let him do the rest. Try to find a way to isolate guys and get matchups. And you did it with your running back, slash receiver there, and he did the rest.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Oklahoma is in trouble. You could bring back any of the Heisman winners they've had here, Bradford or Mayfield or Murray. None of them would make a difference today. They're trailing by 24 to Western Michigan. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Cooper. They'll run the screen. At the 40, there he goes. They make the stop, but not before the screen has hit him for a first down and much more. Really good execution by this offense. New set of downs after that completion. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, how about that defense? On the snap, they are in the backfield with great penetration. Nowhere to go for the running back. That defense was sitting on G, waiting on O.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. And this will be picked off. A costly turnover in a tie game. He'll try to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing it. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
This offense trying to quieten the crowd on 1st and goal, and they are not cooperating. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. Touchdown, Ole Miss! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ball game. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score is tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about...
He's looking deep. And he's got it inside the 35. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Tigers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Lining up to add another. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. They go to the ground. Just searching and working for the running room as he gets it out to the 26.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Quick pass on the jet motion. Crosses to 40. Can anyone catch him? At the 30. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. Timeout called by the defense, and 15 seconds to go in this one. What a finish we have unfolding here. The offense in the waning moments and a chance to take the lead. Quick touch pass to the receiver. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Didn't get a whole lot of room to run. He picked up 1 or 2. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Timeout is called with just a single second left. Perhaps duck shoes would be appropriate here as he comes out in the rain. Oh, they fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. It's a fake. Shades of Little Giants. The Mad Hatter is loose, and it's a touchdown. Just textbook execution on the fake field goal, and trickeration equals touchdown.
And we saw them practicing this throughout the week, but when are you going to call it?